So the last structural element that I want to add in before we go any further is our footer. So in order to do that, we'll go back to Dreamweaver and we'll go back into our index.php page, and just under our aside here we can create our footer. Now again, this is where HTML5 has come into its own again and has given us another structural div, and this one is basically called footer. So we can go ahead and we can add that one in, and we'll close. And as you can see, they're pretty straightforward. It's a footer, it is what it is. But what I want to do is I want to give this a class as well. So, and you can question my name and convention. You can call whatever you want. It's just that's what I've just called it. You can call it whatever you want. It's up to yourself. So now what we need to do is we want to go ahead and put some content inside of it. So the content that I've chosen for mine is pretty obviously site design by and site design by Sligo Web Solutions, and I've made this a clickable link just by surrounding it in an A tag with a HTTP href. Now you're probably wondering what this little doozy is here, and what that is basically telling Google not to follow the link, because this is frowned upon. It's bad practice now with the new Google algorithm. Link backs to your site are looked at very badly, because certain people used to go and pay for links, and there's particular sites that were basically making fortunes out of just providing link backs to other websites. So this practice is no longer deemed as appropriate by Google. So if you do have any links to your website from other websites, insist that they add this little snippet to it, just to tell the browsers, the search engines, not to follow the link, and therefore it's not recognized as a link back, so you don't get penalized for it. And then our last bit here is our copyright, which is basically using some of our HTML copyright, some of our HTML characters. So if we save that and we put that to the browser or to the server, and if we refresh the page, it's probably going to look pretty messy. It's not where I want it to be. It doesn't have any styling. It doesn't have the styling that I want. So we'll go ahead and we'll create our rule for that. And let's go back to Dreamweaver. So the first rule that we're going to create for our footer is, again, it's dot full width, so it's a class. So we want to give it a width of 100%. We want to give it a margin top of 2% to push it away from whatever content is above it. We want to give it a margin right of 0 and a margin bottom of 0, and this is just a fail-safe. It's probably not required, but I have it in there anyways. You can take it out if you find it isn't necessary. And we floated it left. So I want to create another rule now to target the paragraph that's contained within the full width. That's contained within the full width div. So we'll create a new rule here, and it's full width p, and we'll close out our tags. So the rules that we're going to target at our full width p is the font size of 87.5%. The text align is going to be to the right, a margin top of 0 and a margin bottom of 0, which means I want it to be flush with the bottom of the web page as well, the actual text. Padding top 0 and padding bottom 0. So you can see a trend forming there. I want this text to be sitting right at the bottom of the web page. So next thing we want to do is we want to target the links that are contained within that paragraph. So we do that by doing this. So we create a full width paragraph, full width targeting the paragraph A links, and we want this to be color 333, which is the same as the remainder of our text, and the text decoration none, which removes the underline from the link. So then we want to create some hover states, some pseudo element states for the links. So we've created two rules to do that. So we have the full width paragraph A link with a state of visited. We don't want it to show up as purple the same way our navigation links did, so we want the default color to be the same as the rest of our links and our text. And the second one then is we've put in a hover state, and how we did that was we have the full width p, a, and then the element state of hover, And the text decoration that we've done there is we've given it an underline. Now if you throw back up here, we gave it a text decoration of none as a normal link, but if we hover over it, we want the underline to appear. And we've given it a color of the orange, and it's the same orange as our header and our kind of our logo color. So if we save all of that, and we can put both our index.php and our style.css up to the server, and we go and we refresh our page, and there's our footer sorted. Nice little small text. Our hover state is there for our link, and our little copyright symbol is there as well.